Hello, everybody. I'm Ken Scove, and welcome to the virtual improv comedy show we're doing live here, and it'll be placed on YouTube. I've got a wonderful cast here today. They do not know what I'm going to give them in terms of what suggestions, but they know what games are going to be playing. So let's introduce our cast today. We have Lori.
Hi.
And we have Beth. We have Lexi. Sandra. Colton, Dave,
Hello.
And Lavelle. I know there's more people, but where are they? They must have gone. Anyway, again, I'm Kent, and I'll be hosting the show today. The show is totally unedited, so what you see is what we do live, and we get suggestions that are given to us by audience members over the week through text, through emails, and of course, I make some of them up myself, and then we post it again on our website, LAC Comedy, on YouTube. So let's go right now and find out who we're going to play first. We're going to do fun facts. Steven's requested to come back in. Yeah, let's Steven back in. He lost his connection. Let's bring Steven back in. We didn't introduce him. Steven is living in the Ozarks. There he is. Okay, he's so far out remote in some remote desert area that you can see he barely moves. There, he's catching up to us. Okay, so we have the cast of the lovely Eight Ball. So the first game we're going to play is called Fun Facts. So let me give an example to the audience. Fun fact, dogs are colorblind. Fun fact, there's blinds on windows. Fun fact, don't open your window when it's summer. Fun fact, when it's summertime, I like to go in a pool. So that's the idea. They'll take something from the last line and they'll turn it into a fun fact. All they'll do is lean forward, unmute, and say their fun fact. So here's the opening line for you guys. Fun fact, and you'll take it from here, guys. Water is healthy. Fun fact, water is healthy.
Fun fact, water is wet.
Fun fact, I have to get wet.
Fun fact, wet feels wonderful.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Being in love is wonderful.
Fun fact. Wonderful makes me feel good.
Fun fact. Winter Wonderland is a song recorded by Bing Crosby.
You need to lean in.
Fun fact. Bing Crosby is dead.
Fun fact, I think this game just died.
Fun fact, let's bring it alive.
Fun fact, you have to be healthy to be alive.
Fun fact, catching COVID is not healthy.
Fun fact, being alive is one of the greatest gifts ever.
Fun fact, ever can last a long time.
And fun fact, we're done with that game. Thank you, guys. That was wonderful. Make sure you always put your mute on. So, Lavelle, make sure you're muted. Whenever you're not on, please put your mute on. Okay, let's go to a game we're going to do called, it's a Zoom meeting. And today I have a bunch of experts. And I'm going to give them each their expertise. And then they're going to go to black and come back up as that particular expert. When they go to black, it's like going to the dressing room to get into character. So here we have Colton. Yours will be insects. Insects, Colton. Okay, so go ahead and go get into your insect character. And Lavelle, yours is going to be the oceans. You're an expert on the oceans. All right, and then we have Lori. Lori, you're an expert on fashion. Fashion. And then we have Steve. You're an expert on science. You're a science expert. Okay, and then we have Beth. You're an expert on space. Space, the final frontier. And then we have Lexi. You're an expert on social media. Social media. All right. And then we have Sandra. You're an expert on health. Health. And then we have David. You're an expert on superheroes. Superheroes. Okay, while they're all getting in character, I'll tell you a little bit about the LA Connection. It's been around since 1977. Our website's laconnectioncomedy.com. A lot of fun stuff on our website. We also have a sister YouTube channel called Mad Movies Online. We had a TV series called Mad Movies with the LA Connection, ran for 7 years from 85 to 93. Played on Nick at Night, reached about 1 million people a week. It played on MTV, Lines and SeaWorld, played on Australian and BBC television, and also was syndicated for a couple of years. So you can see some of those old TV shows, plus a bunch of old clips that we dubbed with funny comedy soundtracks. And I think you really enjoy that, Mad Movies Online. Of course, these will all be posted on our other site, LAC Comedy on YouTube. And our Instagram is LA Connection Comedy Theater or LA Connection Theater on Instagram. Got some pictures of Matthew Perry up on the LA Connection Theater of when Matthew Perry used to be at our theater when he was 16 and 17 years old. So if you want to see what Matthew Perry looked like at 16 or 17, go to LA Connection Theater on Instagram. You'll also see Fred Willard and some other celebrities up there as well. Let's see if anybody's ready to be talked to out here. If you can just come on up. If anybody's ready, we'll start interviewing some of our experts on our Zoom meeting. We asked them all to come here so that you could see all the different experts and find out some information you never got a chance to see. We have Minnie, who's our social media girl, or gal in your case. Let's bring up Minnie.
Hi.
Hi, Minnie. Tell us a little bit about your social media background and maybe what sites you like on social media.
Well, I'm a huge fan of Tumblr. I use Tumblr all the time. I also use Instagram because it's just so easy to use and it's a great way to meet people. I like Disney, so my blogs are all about Disney, everything Disney, and I think it's great. So Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, Twitter, I use all of it.
Okay. Now, do you actually make videos yourself as well?
Oh, yes, of course. That's all I do. I make a video of everything I do. Like when I wake up, I like turn my phone on. Hi guys, I just woke up. Then when I go to the bathroom, I'm like, hi guys, washing my face, and I go eat breakfast. Hi guys, I'm eating breakfast. That's just life as a social media influencer.
Oh, wait a minute. You actually take your camera when you're going to the bathroom and people can watch you going to the bathroom?
Well, yeah, but when you get really good at that editing stuff, you can just put a little foggy strip where your parts are so they don't see anything.
Well, I hope you don't have one from the toilet. Okay, let's go to our health expert. You stay up here, Minnie, health expert. Let's ask her. Obviously, you're wearing the mask. Do you believe we should be wearing masks if we're outside and not social distancing properly?
I do believe we should be wearing the masks if we're near people too close. I've been watching a lot of people talk and you see those particles flying everywhere. What Minnie is doing, our social media expert, is really good. Social media has really helped keep people together and not feel isolated.
So now, do you believe that if people are not wearing a mask, they should be fined?
I do believe that because, again, when you're looking at these people talking, their grossness is just going everywhere and you're not aware of that. I only just started to notice that seeing people at a certain angle where the sun hits their face. Before that, I was aware of that because of my schooling, but I could never see it. And now that I see it, it's just disgusting.
Well, now, some people are saying when you're outside, it's safer than when you're inside. I think Lori needs to mute herself. We need to have Lori mute herself, the fashion expert. Thank you. Okay,
I
so
think that
now,
is false.
go ahead.
Being outside, we're a little more comfortable because we've led people to believe that it's safer. But in reality, you guys are more excited, more happier, and all this talking. And so you overlook the fact that you're exposing yourself.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, stay with us right now. We're going to go to Captain Janaway, who is our space expert. And let's find out if there's something that is it Janaway? Janeway. Captain Janeway.
Captain Janeway.
Hi, Captain. Okay. So tell us a little bit about what you can tell us about space today. What's up there that we don't know about?
Everything you were ever afraid of is up there. And it's just waiting for you to take one wrong step and pow, you're gone.
Wow.
I'm just telling you.
What about UFOs? Are there any UFOs up there?
Everything is a UFO.
Okay.
Even
Everything.
the things.
Okay.
Everything is a UFO. Things you've seen that you don't know what they are, and things that you haven't seen that you don't know what they are, and things that haven't seen you, and they don't know what you are. They're all UFOs.
Everything. So there's a lot of UFOs up there in space. Okay. All right. Will you stay on with us? We're going to come back to you. Let's go to Bugsy. Bugsy, I'm not sure what your expertise was again, Bugsy. Oh, you're an insect expert, I believe. Yes.
Bugs. Yes, it's part of my name. Yes. My parents also
Okay.
love bugs. Big fan.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this: what would be, say, the most dangerous bug in summertime?
Well, I mean, that's assuming that bugs are your friends. So I mean, if you make a bug angry, then it's going to be very annoyed with you. So really, as long as you don't annoy any bugs, especially ones bigger than like that size, then you should be fine. I mean, every bug I've ever met is a good friend of mine.
Really?
You know?
What about a black widow? Well, a black widow is not really an insect, but it's a bug.
It is a bug. I just feel sorry for all the Black Widow's husbands. How'd they die? I just don't know.
Well, let's go back to the health expert for 1 second. What if you were bitten by a black widow? What would you do? What would you do?
You should seek medical attention immediately. Bugs, it's not that they're your friends or they're not your friends. They're just living and being themselves. And so if one decides to sting you, you or bite you, anything like that, you need to seek medical attention immediately.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's bring in Clark. Clark's our superhero. Thank you for just muting that before someone at the hospital flushed the toilet. Clark, you're our superhero expert. Tell us what your favorite superhero is.
Well, that's interesting fact there. Like, it depends what type of superheroes we're talking about. Like, did you know that superheroes are living among us now?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, and they live with us. For example, like I actually have a superpower. My mom, when I was little, no one would ever want to hang out with me. But my mom ended up telling me my superpower's being a deterrent. And like the older I've gotten, the stronger it's gotten. And like people don't hang out with me, but like we all have superpowers. It's like it's not.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know if that is a superpower that no one wants to hang out with you. I think that's kind of a personality issue.
I have an aura that I project, and it just, like my mom said, it's gotten stronger the older I've gotten, so like it's valuable. I just got to learn how to control it. Like my mom wouldn't ever lie to me. She didn't lie to me saying superheroes live among us. Like she told me my dad had a superpower to turn into a door, and that's why he disappeared out of our life when I was like 13. But every time I go by that door, I give it a hug.
Okay, so you think your dad turned into a door?
Yeah, it's a superpower. You block people off. He just doesn't know how to control it yet.
Let me go back to the space expert. Are there auras in space?
Are there doors in space? Was that your question?
No. Well, auras.
Auras.
I hope there's no doors.
There's doors and auras. Space, as we know it, is full of auras. Aurora auras and aura auroras and other auras that come from other planets and other solar systems all throughout the universe, all have one grand aura that you and I should be cognizant of at all times.
Okay, well, I'm cognizant of this. The insect guy has got some sort of an insect. I'd like to know what he's got in his hands. Did you just sniff an insect? You just ate an insect?
No. I didn't eat the insect. I would never do that. No, I was playing with my friend Jerome, but he seems to have gotten away. Jerome, buddy,
you name your insects.
Oh no, that's
weird.
Just his name.
Okay, well, why? Okay, well, why he's finding his insects? Okay, let's go to our fashionista, Fat Hat Fashion Felice. Is she there? Let's bring her on. There she is. She does have.
I'm from Texas.
Hat.
I'm from Texas.
So is that what?
Here's a way to hide your fat double chin. Wear hats. And diamonds are a girl's best friend. Yeah, I got many
Well,
hats.
wait a minute. Hats are on your head. They might hide, like, your hair if you have a bad hair day, or if you're bald or something like that. It doesn't hide your chin. What are you talking about?
It puts your face and chin in a shadow so no one will see.
Oh, I see. Well, I kind of can see your chin, just to let you know that.
Well,
I
well,
can see
in
it.
different countries they have different things. Like in Saudi Arabia, this could be a mask, and it could be
Okay.
covering the whole face. No one can see your double chin in this type of hat.
Well, okay. Well, that was actually a scarf, but okay. All right. So I'm beginning to wonder what your fashion background
And you
is.
can belly dance too.
Belly dance. Okay. Okay.
And
So then, yeah, the
the
latest fashion is belly dancing now. Okay.
American hat with the American shirt. And who are
Okay.
we voting for?
Well, we don't want to get into politics on this show, okay? All right, but let's bring up. Go ahead and mute yourself, fat hat fashion Felice. And who do we have? We have Lavelle, and I think she's an expert on oceans, if I'm correct. This is our oceanographer. Tell us a little bit about the ocean.
The ocean is this magnificent universe all by itself. You can have extraordinary experiences. You can have so many different friends. There are whales and there are octopuses and there are guppies, and oh my God! I mean, the most magnificent experience you will ever have is in the ocean, and of course, you can even swim the ocean.
All right. But isn't the ocean dangerous in some places? What would be something? I mean, we know sharks are dangerous. What else might be a dangerous thing we may run into in the ocean?
A stingray, but a stingray, you can make friends of it if you don't do any, awkward movements and sudden, like you're going to harm it in some kind of way. You have to make it a friend. You have to make it a friend. And once you become friends, they will love you and they will protect you. And it is a universe all by itself.
Mm-hmm. Now, certain fish eat insects, say, the insects like skeeter bugs or stuff, flies on top of like a lake, for example. How do you feel about that, Bugsy, that her fish from her ocean are eating your bugs?
Well, it saddens me greatly to know that there are insects out there who are being brutally murdered by fish kind, but I can't blame her. The ocean is not hers. It's just a thing she appreciates, and there is some good fish. There's some good fish, but there's also some bad fish. I can't blame her.
Okay. Well, let's bring up our science expert, and fat hat fashion Felice can stay online. We can see her face. Just keep yourself muted, fat hat. Just mute yourself. Okay. Yeah, I think she just muted herself right off the picture. Okay, well, let's bring our scientist up, the professor. What is your PhD? What kind of science do you study?
My science that I study is the study of human intelligence and the study of human behavior and the study of the afterlife. That's why I got this light here.
Mm-hmm. You think with all your intelligence, you could get a better internet connection, but that's okay. All right, so human intelligence. Tell us something about human intelligence.
Well, many Americans, especially particular, or humans, I should say, use a certain percentage of their mind. They only choose when and where to use it. And also, they choose when and what to say, and they go against what they are instructed to. And even though they know it's wrong, they go with what feels right to them, even if it's hurting someone else. What they don't know is that in the afterlife, they will be punished severely.
Wow. Well, let's go to the space captain's Janeway. Is there afterlife in space?
There is no before life, and there is no afterlife. It is all on the great continuum that goes from before we ever knew it started till after we ever think that it will finish, it will always be there. Always.
Wow. Okay, let's go back to our superhero for a second. Superhero, is there anybody here on the panel you think you've connected with that maybe can deal with your aura?
There's only one other person here that I can believe can get on my superhero level like me, and that would have to be Bugsy. I think Bugsy has a good chance if he eats that Black Widow there. There's a 50-50 chance that he might develop and become Black Widow Man, or he will die a terrible death. But I definitely think it will be worth it, and that way we can form our own Justice League and run around in tights and definitely not get in a committed relationship. But yeah.
Okay, and let's go back to Minnie, our social media expert. Now, you just heard all these other experts. Is there any of those that you think you'd want to make, like an Instagram or a TikTok video or Tumblr, as you say? Any of these people you think you could make a good social media presence for?
Well, half of social media is the way you look. So if you're pretty, then you get more hits and you get more views. So I would say Fat Hat Fashion Felice would be someone I'd collaborate with because she's pretty and people like pretty people.
Okay. Well, I'd like to end with the doctor. The doctor, is there anything you could tell us about to stay healthy under these trying times?
I'm sure everyone can figure out how to stay healthy, but the next time you want to host me on the show, let me know ahead of time. I'll bring my really good psychologist friend and therapist to help our other experts out.
That sounds really good. Well, this has been our panel of experts, our Zoom meeting, and I want to thank everybody here for playing with us today, and we'll bring you back again soon. We're going to go on to our next game now. It's the Newlywed Game. I think everybody knows what the Newlywed Game is. And we have Stephen, Lori, Colton, and Lexi, and David and Sandra. So as soon as you guys are ready, Lavelle, we'll have you. There you go. And these will be our couples. Now, the Newlywed Game is a game that was on television for quite a long time. And Bob Eubanks was the host, who's still alive and doing commercials. And what we do is we'd send one of the two couples, so one of the pairs of the couple, so the husband out or the wife out, to see how well they knew each other. And we'd pose a question to the wife, and she'd have to see what the answer she thinks her husband would give. If they connect, they get a point. If they don't, they get no points. And at the end, whatever couple gets the most points will be the winner of the game. So if our couples are ready, we can bring them up, Stephen and Lori, Colton and Lexi, and David and Sandra. If we can get all those guys up so they can see all our couples. And we get Stephen and Lori. Stephen is a professor, I believe, of science, and he's going to be coming back with Colton, who's up there right now as James. And we have Lexi, who's up there as Lexi. And it's amazing how Fat Hat Fashion Felice is still alive, because she didn't change her icon there, but she will. And then we have Isaac's girl, and I guess there's Isaac. Okay, that's beautiful. I like that. That makes it very easy. So there's our three couples that you're looking at right now. And what we'd like to do is first introduce our couples. Let's start off with Steve and Lori. So Steve and Lori, could you tell us how you met?
Yes. Well, as you know, as you can see, I am the amazing Stevie, and I met my lovely wife. When she was attending one of my performances. She came to every show, and she always came backstage, brought me flowers, and what can I say? I fell in love with her.
That's wonderful. That's a great story. Let's go with James and Lexi now. How did you guys meet?
Well, me and my girl were hanging out at the beach down in Santa Fe, and we were just hanging out in the sand. I was looking like a James Mahogany always should. And you know what? You finish. I feel like you tell a lot better than I do, Lex.
Oh, yeah. Well, so we're at the beach, right? And then it starts raining. And I am like, oh, my God, what in the world? It was supposed to be sunny today. So I'm in my bikini and freezing my ass off. And then this really kind guy walks up to me and he puts a little towel around me. He's like, it's going to be okay, babe. And I'm like, oh, you're from heaven. I just love you so much. So, yeah.
I love you too.
That's wonderful. Well, let's get our third couple, Isaac and Isaac's girl. It's amazing how she doesn't have her own name. It's Isaac's girl, I guess is how people go by. So how did you guys meet?
Well, that is the story. He actually said, "You're mine," and it's my new identity.
Well, it's a little deeper than that, but that is essentially it is. She's just my property now. But basically, I was walking down the street pretty recently, and she happened to run into me, and we both weren't wearing masks, and she coughed on me. Next thing you know, we're both diagnosed with COVID, locked up together. And then a classic case of Stockholm syndrome. You know, I just decided, you know what, I want her. Told her she's mine, and now we're in love. Beautiful.
We were about to die.
That's a good COVID story. Finally, one good one. All right, well, we're going to send all the men off. So let's have you go to black, and we'll send you off, and I'll bring you back like this. Make sure you turn the volume down on your computer. And ladies, here's the question, and we'll see how well you know your men. I will start with Lori. The question, you'll all get the same question, by the way. Would your man rather have something sweet or salty to eat? Does he like sweet or salty?
Well, it's hard because all jokers are wild and love a combination. But I'd have to go with sweet because I'm so sweet, and he always tells me I'm so sweet.
Okay, sweet is your answer. Okay, let's go now to Lexi. Does your man like sweet things or salty things better?
I'm going to say salty, and that's because it was a pretty crappy day at the beach, but I'll always remember the salt water, and that's just how I started like salty things. So I'm going to say salty.
Okay, and what about Isaac's girl? What do you think?
I'm going to also say salty because when we were locked up together and sweating because of our COVID, you know, we were really sweaty. So I think he likes salty.
Okay. All right, ladies, this is the second question for you. What is his favorite movie? What's his favorite movie? Let's see how well you know him. We'll start off with Lori. What's his favorite movie?
What's it called? It was a Woody Allen movie, and he started turning into all these different people, but I'd have to go with Zelig.
Zelig. Okay, Zelig. All right, Lexi, what is your man's favorite movie?
Well, every single man I've ever dated, it's always like horror for some odd reason. So I'm trying to think, what are some classic horror movies? I guess I'd say like Friday the 13th. Is that a horror movie?
Friday the 13th. There's a Freddy movie too, but we'll go with Friday the 13th. Okay. And let's go bring in Isaac's girl now. Isaac's girl, what do you think his favorite movie is?
I think Isaac's favorite movie has to be 50 Shades of Grey because it would explain his controlling possession over me.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, let's bring the men back now. Let's bring them back. Let's see if they got my signal. We can bring all three men back and see if they're going to be able to know what their women think they think. Okay, so here we got, just have to get the amazing Stevini. Okay, all right, so Stevini, Lori, I asked her this question. Do you like something sweet or salty? What do you like better? Food that's either sweet or salty?
Well, personally, it's a bit of a tough one. But if I had to choose one, and of course I do, I have to go with something sweet because my wife is the sweetest ever.
I think she said sweet. Is that correct, Lori? Yes, sweet. Yes. Okay, so you guys got one point. So go ahead and mute yourself now. And let's now go to James. Do you like something sweet or salty to eat?
If I had to pick one choice for what I prefer better, I think both of them have merit, but I probably also have to go with the sweet as well.
Oh, I think she said salty. Is that correct, Lexi? You said salty?
I did say salty.
Yes.
Like the beach.
Okay.
It's all right.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. So you didn't lose any points. You just didn't get any. But now let's go to Isaac's girl, and let's go to David.
Salt.
Now, Isaac, which one do you think she said? Salt.
Salt.
And why do you think she said salt?
You know, the numerous number of tequila shots I've done off her lovely body.
Okay, that's close enough. She actually said you were sweating a lot, being inside a lot, but that's good. And so
We
you
sweat
both have a
other
point.
reasons too,
Okay.
so, you know.
Yeah. Okay, Lori and Amazing Stefani. I didn't say go to black. I said just mute yourself. So come on back up here. All right. So we're going to go to round number 2. There's no reason for you to ever go to black. Okay. All right. So Stephen, I've got another question for you. What do you think Lori thinks is your favorite movie of all time?
Could you repeat that, please?
Then we have another 7-second delay. Okay. What is your favorite movie of all time? 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
4,
hands
5,
down,
6.
the Harry Potter franchise.
I don't think she said that. She said Woody Allen movie, and that was not the one. Okay. So you still have 1 point, though. But now let's go to James. What is, you think, Lexi thought your favorite movie was? And this will give you a point and get back in the tie for the lead.
In terms of movies, I can't say I'm much of a movie guy myself. I do enjoy going out into the world and experiencing things. And but if I had to pick one that I feel like she would point to and say, you know what, that was his favorite movie, I'd probably have to go with something like God, I can't even think of any movies. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a big old blank here.
Yeah.
God.
This is a 22-minute show. You've just taken up half of it. So I'm going to
sorry.
disqualify your answer. You got 0. You guys are still at 0.
Sorry.
And Lexi, I got to really reevaluate who you married here. But what did you pick, Lexi? What do you think his favorite movie was?
I picked, what was it, like Friday the 13th? Because every guy I've ever dated always loved horror.
Friday the 13th. Okay. So I think there's be a little horror later for you two. Okay. Let's go bring Isaac up right now. Isaac, what do you think Isaac's girl thought your favorite movie was?
Well, I think the movie lines up with our favorite activity, so it would have to be Sex in the City.
Ooh, it was close, but Isaac's girl, what was it?
Oh, baby, it was 50 Shades of Grey.
Close. Same genre.
So close.
Same kind
Just
of
a big
idea,
kinky,
yeah.
you know.
Okay, so let's send
I'll
the ladies out now.
Tonight.
Let's send the ladies out. So right now we still have 2 of them tied with 1 each. And now we've got questions that you think your ladies would answer. Okay, so the first one is multiple choice, guys. We'll start with Stevini. Would you like to do you think she'd like to vacation in a city or out in the country? City girl or country girl? What do you think for vacation?
Oh, the country, to get away from the city life and all my performances.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's go with James. What do you think Lexi would say? City or country for a vacation?
I think my girl would also go with the countryside. I think she enjoys those wide open fields, those trees, that wilderness, you know, a nature girl.
Okay. Okay, so that sounds good. Let's go now to Isaac. What do you think Isaac's girl would say? Country or city?
If you want to hear it, it'll be a city.
City. Okay, so we have 2 countries and 2 cities. Okay, now round number 2, here's a different question. Where's the most unusual place you two have had sex? Okay, let's start off with the amazing Stevini. Where's the most unusual place you've ever had sex?
Oh, that would have to be the cemetery.
The cemetery. Okay, all right. Let's go down to James. Where's the most unusual place you two have had sex, James?
Cockpit of a 747. I was flying it one day, and she was also on the flight, so, you know.
Wow.
Why not?
So you were the pilot who had sex up in that makes me feel good about flying. Let's now bring in Isaac. What's the most unusual place you think she'll say you guys had sex?
What she thinks? Oh, there's so many places. Well, if I have to go with one, it'd probably be Rhode Island. Like, I don't even know why we were in Rhode Island or why Rhode Island exists.
Rhode Island.
But
So
Yeah,
you
somehow
had
we did it
city
there. I
and
think we try to hit all 50 states.
right, an entire state you had sex. That's amazing. It is a small state. You must have a big dick. Okay, let's bring back all the ladies. Let's bring back all the ladies. Wow. Okay, ladies, come on back, ladies. Come on. Come on, ladies. Get those ladies back in here. Okay, there's Lexi. Come on, Lori. Come on back in, ladies. Okay, well, Lori's somewhere gone in the universe. She's probably out having a Slurpee or something in the kitchen, so she doesn't see me saying, Lori, come on back. There she is. She's finally here. Okay, great. Okay, so Lori, the question we asked Stephen is, would you like to vacation in the city or the country? Lori? Your mic's off. Turn your mic on. Okay. City or
Definitely the
country would you like to
country.
vacate?
Country.
You are correct.
Oh,
You've got
yes.
2 points. You got 2 points. You're back in the lead. Okay, let's go to the second team, Lexi and James.
You got this.
Lexi,
You got this.
what do you think? Country or city, Lexi?
I mean, I definitely think country.
You are correct. You've got 1 point. You can tie it up with the final round if you can get there. All right, let's go to Isaac and Isaac's girl. Isaac's girl, what did he say? City or country you'd like to vacation in?
I think city because there's more public places to,
The city is correct. You guys have 2, so we have 2, 2, and 1. This is a very good game. We're going to go down to the final question, ladies. Where's the most unusual place you've had sex? Let's go first to Lori. The most unusual place you've had sex.
Gee, that was a church or a temple, and I think it was the Vatican.
No, I think he said cemetery. So that might be under the Vatican. Okay, let's go now to Lexi. Where's the most unusual place you think you've had sex?
We've had sex in a lot of places.
Well, just pick one.
Okay, I'll pick one. I'm gonna say it was underneath the bridge, or that dock thing that led out to Manhattan Beach.
The old dock thing, huh? Okay, well, let's find out what Colton said, or James. James, what did you say? Where was the most unusual place you had sex?
See what I was thinking? I was thinking that time where I was piloting the plane and you came up front in the cockpit.
Oh, I remember that. I was so scared. I hate planes. But you made it so much
Okay.
better. I remember that.
All right, let's go to Isaac and Isaac's girl. If you get this, you'll win. You've tied the team number 1, Lori and Amazing Stevini, with 2 each. If you get this one, you are the grand prize winners. So where's the most unusual place you've had sex?
everywhere. It's so hard to pick just one place. Recently,
Anytime, the whole time you've known each other, what's the most unusual place?
maybe when we had to go, when we tested positive for COVID at the ER waiting room.
Oh, I don't think that was it. What did you say there, Isaac? What was your answer?
Don't you remember Rhode Island? Yeah.
How could I forget?
Rhode Island.
You definitely could forget Rhode Island. That's how big and insignificant it is. So.
Which is everywhere. Well, I hope we didn't ruin anybody's relationship. Lori and Amazing Stefani and Isaac's girl, you guys won today. We'll bring you back next week for another edition of the Newlywed Game. Thanks for playing, everybody. Okay, our next game, people get married and then they have problems. These newlyweds could have problems. That's why we have a marriage counselor. So I'm going to be playing the marriage counselor and bring up Colton and Beth and Lavelle and Steve and Lori and David. They'll be the 3 couples who are going to be dealing with some marriage counseling. So let's bring them all up right now. And Lavelle and Steve, Colton and Beth again, and Lori and David will be our pairs. And I'm going to give you guys what your problems are right now. So let's start with Colton and Beth. Your problem is you've lost a spark after 10 years. Okay, so you guys can go to black, and I'll bring you up in a second. Has lost your spark after 10 years. Okay, then we have Lavelle and Steve, the amazing Stevini, if he could come back up. What's happened with you guys is you're dealing with cheating and lying. there's cheating and lying going on in your relationship, okay? All right. So then we have Lori and David, who are our last couple. Stevini, you're at Steve, is cheating and lying. So Lavelle, go to black. And then we'll have our final couple, Lori and David. And she wants kids and you don't, David. Okay. All right. So go ahead and put that icon up there for me. Go to black. And let's bring in our first couple, which is Colton and Beth. Go to black there, Lori. Thank you. Colton and Beth, come on up. Murph and Alicia, I believe it is. Okay, Murph and Alicia. So you've lost your spark. Tell me why you think you've lost interest in each other.
I mean, after you go on for so long, there's only so much of the same thing you can take over and over and over again. And I mean, like, my feelings for you are just so neutral that I've caused you to go mute. Oh God!
Do you want to respond to that?
I'm tired. Tired of playing the game. Ain't it a friggin' shame?
She always quotes things. She won't stop quoting things. She's been quoting the same thing for 10 years. Like, just watch something new. Experience
it only
something
seems like
new.
10 years. To me, it seems like 2017 years. It just goes on and on and on. You know, after 4 hours, I'm the one who should be seeing a doctor.
That's what I'm saying. It just goes on, like a record.
And what are those
Murph,
things?
I'm beginning to feel for you, Murph. I kind of see what you're saying. Have you ever thought about having sex in Jell-O? That might liven up some things.
I tell you, if it was orange Jell-O, I like the orange Jell-O. I don't like the green Jell-O.
Okay.
Not in the green Jell-O. As long as if you could get him to agree to the orange Jell-O, I'd give it a try.
Murph, you want to do that?
I'm doing this for you. We'll try it with the orange Jell-O. Okay. We'll fill the bathtub
All right. You guys go.
You can always eat the Jell-O when you're done.
Okay, you guys go out into the waiting room. I have a big vat of Jell-O in a room for you, and we will not record you. Go in and play in the Jell-O, and we'll bring you back later. Okay, go have fun. Okay, all right. Bye, guys. Now let's bring in my next couple that was in the waiting room, Lavelle and Steve. They've had some issues too. Their issues is Lavelle and Steve to feel like they're cheating and lying against each other. So. Can you guys address that fact that, Lavelle, let's start with you. He's cheating and lying, you think, to you?
I know he's cheating and lying because every 2 weeks he disappears and he says that he's going to his grandmother's house out in the country. And he forgot that his grandmother died 10 years ago. You know, I don't know what kind of fool he thinks I am.
Well, wait a minute. Does she still have a house out in the country? Maybe he's just going to his grandmother's house.
Well,
or is that house sold?
Vacant, but he says that he's going to see his grandmother. He doesn't say, I'm just going to hang out in the house. He forgets, you know.
I see.
A liar will lie, you know, and a cheater will cheat.
Steve, you want to respond to what she just said about you going to grandma's house and she's dead?
Yeah, I'm going to my grandma's house. And don't forget, I'm also suffering from dementia. You know, I've been recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so maybe I'm going to an empty lot, but that's all I know where to go to.
Lavelle, have you ever thought about maybe going with them to the grandmother's house?
I detest that house. I've always detested that house. He knows. And that's why he uses that house, because he knows that I will never go to that house. So he thinks that he's free to go there anytime because he said, I'm going to the house that he knows that I detest.
Well, if he's got dementia, you could probably tell him he could go anywhere and he'd think that he's at grandma's house maybe.
Well, if I were just really evil, When he gets lost, I wouldn't have anyone to bring him back. I would just let him stay lost. But I'm better than that.
Stephen, you obviously you can find your way to your grandmother's house, so you not completely have Alzheimer's because you know where she lives, right?
Well, I've always taken the same route ever since I was a kid. So that's how I remember it so well.
Okay. Well, I suggest what you do, Lavelle, is this time you follow him to grandma's house. You don't have to go in, and just make sure he's actually going to that house. So if you guys could go out into the parking lot, I have a van that's going to take you to grandma's house right now, and there's no big bad wolf, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. I'll see you next week for therapy. Let's bring in our final couple, which is Lori and David. Lori wants to have a baby badly, and David has been putting her off. He just told her he wanted to have kids, but he's kind of not, doesn't want them anymore. So, David, what is it that you don't want to have kids anymore?
They're money grubbing leeches that are parasites and they're pointless. I don't want to take care of it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to have it. Doesn't help at all.
David, now, in fairness to Lori, before you got married, you said you wanted kids. Is that correct?
Well, depends, but that's before I saw how batshit crazy my wife is, and I don't want to make a spawn of both of us. Like, that thing would be a little demon child running around. I tell him no.
So Lori, did you hear that? He thinks you got like a little demon in you, and that's why he doesn't want to have children. He wanted to until he realized your personality was a little bit demonic.
Well, the demon's good and bad. Just
okay.
I agree with him. I'm miserable and lonely. I need kids to clean the house, to yell at, call up and nag, brush my hair, and cook for me. And I think he'd enjoy that. And also, we could play movie therapy. I could play Mommy Dearest, and I could make my daughter into a Carrie character. We could have lots of fun playing movie therapy.
Wait. Carrie character? Lori, this is why you're not ready. Have you even watched the movie Carrie? Like, it's a horror film. Like,
are you trying to insult me that I haven't seen the movie Carrie? There's 4 versions.
You are not ready for a kid, and then we can't even have sex anymore. So every time we try, you close your legs on me like a little Venus flytrap, trying to force me to give you one. Sorry. Sorry.
I didn't realize that.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We have 2 kids in the waiting room at my patient waiting room, and we're going to let you take those kids home with you for a week. Okay, one of them's a girl, one of them's a guy. The girl has Carrie complex. She may burn your house down and cause some problems, but the guy's wonderful. His father was a fireman, so he could put the fire out. So we have a fail-safe. So why don't you guys go out into the waiting room, and we'll give you your kids, and you can come back next week and see how that worked out.
If you give us the kids, they will not come back alive. Like, don't.
Okay, you may not come back alive if Carrie's with you. Thank you, too. I hope you had a good time. $300 is your bill this week for 2 minutes. Okay. All right, well, that has been marriage counseling. As you can see, my work is cut out for me. I have a lot of weird couples. And we'll be back again next month with another marriage counseling. Let's move on to our next game and bring back Sandra, Colton, and Lexi. It's a game called Emotion Calls. Every time I yell out a different emotion, they're going to switch their scene. The scene will remain the same, but they'll switch their characters to have that emotion within the scene. So what I'm doing with you guys now is, Sandra, you happen to come home and find your best friend Lexi sleeping with Murph, who is actually Colton, who's still Murph, but that's okay, Murph. Okay, so you're going to start off with, you just walked in the door, Sandra, finding out that Lexi and Murph are in a compromising position, and she's your best friend. Action.
Oh my God, what are you guys doing? Lexi, you were my best friend. Lemon? Murph, are you lying to me now too on top of that?
I wanted to become a massage therapist for a long time. Fred Lexi was around, and I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna. I'm working on a new name as well. Lemon. I feel like it.
Exactly.
Anger.
It's not what it seems
Anger.
like.
Like, can't someone just do a little massage therapy sometimes? Like, come on.
Get out!
I mean,
get out! Get out of the house, both of you!
This is why we have problems, okay? Because you're always yelling and you're always angry. I'm sick of you being angry.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that I'm not fucking my best friend's boyfriend. Get out of the house. You two, Lemon.
Sad. Sad. Sad.
This is my house too. Why can't I have some things too? I deserve good things. And you're so mean.
I just can't believe you would take the one thing that means the most to me, Lex. We're supposed to be best friends.
You hate the name, don't you? You hate the name change, don't you?
Of course I hate the name change. Devastating.
I mean, it's just so hard. Like, I mean, I live in this house with you two, and like, I'm lonely. I get lonely sometimes.
Right.
And
Paranoid.
Dude, and Lemon and Murph was there. He's like always there. He's always watching, and like, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? He's always looking at me.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling he was watching you, and I knew we shouldn't have moved in together, all of us. I knew we shouldn't have moved in together, all of us.
No, because you know what? I'm pretty sure he put pipes in the shower, like in the shower. He put cameras in the shower.
I put pipes.
I know that's what
pipes. Do you not know how water works? Water goes through pipes. I worked as a plumber for like 6 years. What did you expect?
There's something wrong with him.
Lust.
I mean, I can't blame you, Lex. He is so fucking hot.
I know, right? And I mean, like,
say that again.
It was a good time.
Lemurf, I know you've got a thing for Lexi. Isn't she gorgeous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I got that natural.
We could make this work as roommates. We could definitely make this work as roommates.
You know, sometimes I just find myself so sexy. I just want to fuck my own self.
Right. We don't have to worry about strangers anymore.
Exactly, right?
Wow, I think you guys have worked out your roommate problem. Thank you very much for emotion calls. He's doing it with the fan now. Okay, so let's bring up our cast for Naked and Afraid, our final game. This is pretty exciting, Naked and Afraid. You can actually see it tonight in our show. We just introduced this week. So we have a couple as Lori and Steve will be a couple, and Beth will be joining them because Beth's partner broke his arm and dropped out before day one on the way here. So she has to find another pair. So she's going to try and see if she can hook up with Lori and Steve and join that team. So what's going to happen is, Steve, you're an asshole and you're macho. Okay, so if you want to go to black and put up asshole macho Steve, that'd be great. Lori, you're needy. You're very needy. Okay, so go ahead and go to black and put up your name in needy. And Beth, you're a paranoid, delusional person. Okay, paranoid and delusional. All right, so you can just play yourself today. Okay, let's have David and Lexi. David, you want to try and get into Lexi's pants. Okay, you want to try and get into Lexi's pants, but Lexi is unstable and unpredictable. Okay, and Colton is the ultimate optimist, and Sandra is a bitch and she has a fear of dying. Okay, go ahead and go get into those ones, and we'll be bringing up Naked and Afraid in just a second. So Naked and Afraid, as you know, they have 21 days to go through the jungle and make it out to the road. So whoever makes it out to the road first will be picked up by a car and they'll win $20,000 in cash. So these three teams are all vying to get that kind of cash, and they have to try and make it as a team. If one of them drops out, well, then they have to go find someone else to join. And that's the case of Beth. Beth's partner, Ralph, broke his arm as he was getting out of his car. And so what happened is that she has to try and join this other team. All right. So actually her name is Serena. Okay, Serena. And Serena, you can go to black for a second. We don't need to see you right now. We haven't started quite yet, Serena. I know you're just jonesing to get into the game. So go to black for a second, Serena. She is paranoid and delusional. She can't even hear me anymore. Serena, go ahead and go to black. Can you do that? Okay. Who hired this girl? All right. So anyway,
She has no sound.
she has no sound. Oh my golly. Well, then just go to black. Let's see. She's going to write something. She's lost her sound, which means she's probably going to have to leave and come back again. But Naked and Afraid, they also have bugs in this jungle. They've got bees. They've got poisonous snakes. They've got wild animals, all sorts of crazy things. And each one of them can bring one thing of their choice. So let's bring up the first couple, Colton and Sandra. Colton, again, I think he wants a relationship with Sandra, and Sandra is very bitchy, and she has a fear of dying. So it's their first day. So let's get, we don't need Serena. Siri. Okay, we need to hear it. Can she hear me? She needs to go to black. She's not on yet.
Now. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, go to black. Okay, go to black. Okay, so let's bring up the optimist. The optimist, I'm sorry, you don't want to get in her pants. The optimist and the bitchy lady who thinks she's got a fear of dying. It's day one. Let's listen in on them meeting each other for the first time. Let's see what item they brought.
Gosh, I'm feeling really good. I think we got a good chance. I brought this rubber mallet because I feel like we need something practical. And if need be, we can just kill something for food.
Right. Maybe he can just kill something because I brought my lip gloss to look good while he does all the hard work and gets us out of here because I'm not about to die.
Well, I enjoy being helpful anyway, so you know what? It's all right. I think still liking this team. I'm still liking this team.
Good. That makes me happy. We have a chance.
We'll check back with you guys in 10 days and see how you're doing. Let's go now to David and Lexi. That's our second team. And yes, Dave's a pervert who wants to get into her pants. And Lexi is unpredictable and she's unstable. Denise is her name. Okay, so Denise and Dave, they're meeting for the first day. Let's see what they brought and how they're getting along.
Hi. Hi. Oh, this is gonna be a fun time, right?
Yeah, this will be fun. I brought some of these.
Me too.
Ecstasy pills. Yeah, I think they can definitely get us in a mood.
I have mine because oh no. I have mine because they calm me down, because that's what I need sometimes. I need someone to calm me down sometimes. Can you calm me down?
Yeah, I can definitely calm me down. These it's easier than I thought it'd be. I think we should take a couple of these and you see those leaves on the ground. We can just lay there and the 30-something days will pass by quickly. Like we won't even need water. You will just give me your water from your body. I mean, from the rain. But yeah.
Okay, we'll check back with you guys in 10 days. I get to think that's Viagra he's got there. He is a horny dude. So go ahead and we'll come back to you guys in 10 days. Let's go back now to our third couple, which is Lori, Steve, and Beth, who's trying to, Needy Nina, it is, Steveville, and Serena. Okay, let's see how they're doing. And this is our day one meeting and see if they'll take in Serena and what items they might have brought.
Well, yeah, I don't want no other. Hey, I don't want no other bitches around me.
Well, listen,
back off.
You have to take me because I'm afraid my parents are out to get me, and if you don't let me in, I might die, and that wouldn't be a good thing, and you'd have it on your conscience for the rest of your life. So you have to take me in. So I'll be going with you, and I have a very good sense of direction.
And how is that my problem?
It isn't your problem. It's what you should do. That's what it is.
Yeah, and hey, I'm not running a charity here, okay? So either pay up, you pay rent here to live with me and my woman,
Okay.
or
Okay.
get the hell out.
I'll pay rent, and I brought one item with me for the whole thing. I brought a joint. So, and I'm also looking to see if I can find a new car on the island. I heard there was a car dealer here.
Yeah. You need to complete some tasks too. Okay. Look.
How about if I buy a new
I need
car?
some people killed.
Can I do that?
Look, I need some people killed or ripped off. So do the dirty work, and you take the fall. We'll let you stay.
Okay.
And it's going to cost you. And it's going to cost you $500,000 to live here.
How about half a joint? Will that do?
$500,000 or beer.
All right. Well, looks like Nina is not. She's mute or something. She had a hard time talking. She is really needy. Let's go back to our first couple. That's going to be. Let's go. No, we're going to say you guys bye-bye for a second. We'll come back to you in 10 days. Okay, go to black. Let's bring in our first couple again. Colton and Sandra. It's 10 days later. Let's check in with them.
I'm running out of lip gloss, and I'm getting dirty in the process.
It's okay. It's okay. Barnabas and I are we're getting through this plant life pretty good. You want to come down, Barnabas? Okay.
He won't even feed me meat. He just keeps feeding me plant. Like, that's my clothes right now.
Well, look, Barnabas doesn't appreciate it when we go after and kill other animals that are like him. So,
Barnabas.
Hey, Barnabas, you're such a good little koala. You're just helping us.
Yeah. Are we going to split our winnings with Barnabas when we get out of here?
Oh, of course not. Barnabas has no concept of cash.
Right.
Well, let's check back with you guys in 10 days and see how you're doing. Let's now go to Colton and Sandra. See if I'm not Colton. I mean David and Lexi. David and Lexi, and see if David and Denise have gotten it on yet. Let's check in.
It's not worth it. Like they always said, pussy ain't worth crazy, and I know what they mean now. I'm just waiting till I can be back to civilization, and there's so many normal girls I can creep on.
Oh, but you don't need to creep on anyone. Do you need civilization? Do you need... Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
we're in a forest. Can you believe that? We're in a forest.
I know, I'm alone out here with you.
And you know what? I'm almost out of my medication. Oh, dude.
Medication? You just been taking my ecstasy pills. I got one left. You've been chowing them like Tic Tacs.
They're not Tic Tacs.
Well, at least we found out what those were. I thought they were Viagra. They're ecstasy. It's getting even worse out there, guys. We'll come back to you guys in a second. 10 days later, see how you're doing. Let's bring our third team in, Serena and Stevel and Needy Nina. Let's start with Nina talking this. I'll see if she actually has a voice. Let's see how they're all doing. Let's start with Nina, and let's listen to how they're all doing now.
Well,
okay.
I brought a compass because I'm so needy and I wanted everyone to have something they need. I wanted them to be needed by them because, hey, I'm not too attractive. What could I offer the people? I'm totally dependent on these two people for my life. They could just leave me here. I want to be here. I brought my compass, but I found something on the ground. I found a little bottle, and maybe there's a genie in the bottle. I got to think positive. I have no other thing to think. I can't afford to think negative.
Hey, can I drink what's in the bottle? Whatever it is, I'll drink it. I'll tell you if it's any good.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, whatever. You're the guinea pig.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Some kind of perfume. Some kind of perfume.
I think
But
it's
maybe
magic.
there's a genie hiding in it.
I think it's magic, good perfume, and I think if we, as soon as we go over that hill over there, that's where the car dealership is. I know that's where it is. So listen, here, you can have a little bit more of my joint, but you gotta help me go over and get a new car.
Maybe there's some Indians or something that can help us go over the lake.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, we'll come back to you guys in 10 days. I think it's amazing they still have a joint 10 days later. That is just unbelievable. I think she should drink the perfume and perhaps.
Joint.
Yes. All right, we'll come back with you guys in 10 days. Go ahead and go to black. Maybe if she drank that perfume, her insides would feel better. Okay, let's bring up our first team again. Colton and Sandra. This is 20 days later. Let's see if they're surviving.
I can't see anything right now.
Well, open your eyes. God, you're always covering yourself with that goddamn leaf.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think we're getting closer to winning this shit. And guess who's buying me a ton of lip gloss with their winning money? Optimist Prime.
I'm sorry, Barnabas. I gotta let you down. Look, I'm just saying. It's all these lovely animal companions we're meeting, and they're really helping us, aren't you?
Yeah, but look at how messy I am. This is a disaster.
But the jungle dirt is good for your skin. It exfoliates.
Oh.
People do mud baths all the time. It's like the same thing.
We're gonna see if you guys make it next week to the finals. Just go to black right now. We'll bring up David and Lexi and see how their sex life's been going and her neurosis.
Yeah.
Pain.
I know I've been banging my head against that tree for the past 30 minutes, but you know what? I feel like so good. It is so good.
I feel like I've seen the butt crack of humanity. I don't know if I'll ever be the same. My diet has consisted of light pussy and some nuts for this past month.
Yeah.
I weigh 10 pounds now. She owns me. I don't think I'll ever be free, even if I escape.
You'll never escape.
Well, we'll find out next week if you're going to make it through that last day and beat the other team.
Me. She branded me.
Okay, that's a little too much information. Thank you, two. Let's bring in our final three. Serena and Nina and Stevel, and see how they're doing 20 days in.
I finished the joint.
Good, wonderful.
I think I had sex with someone. I don't really know. The sun is brighter than I thought.
Well.
Yeah, and I can't. I can't feel my left nut or my legs, and I'm losing my muscles.
The car
Well, maybe.
The car dealership didn't have the car I wanted.
Oh, well, listen, that's Naked and Afraid. Let's bring all our casts up because we'll find out who's going to be the winner next week. And let's bring up the rest of our cast who weren't in that game today. So we have our whole full cast in our final. There they are. Bring them all up. You guys have been wonderful today. Make sure your mute button's on, guys. And this has been the LA Connections virtual improv comedy show. This is their fourth show. They're getting better every time. You guys have had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun. I'm Ken Scove again. And let's just take a look at our cast and all wave goodbye. And thanks for watching the virtual improv comedy show. And we'll introduce you guys one more time. Bitchy Betty, Sandra, and Colton.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
And Lexi.
Hi. Bye.
And Dave.
Bye.
And Steve. And
See ya.
Lavelle.
Bye-bye.
And Lori.
Hi.
And Beth.
Hi.
And that's the Beth. Look at how good Beth looks. Wouldn't you want to go out with her? Okay, everybody, let's all wave goodbye. Thanks for watching the LA Connections virtual improv
Thanks.
comedy show.
Bye.
Thank you.